Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today I want to answer the question, is Soundwhoring, is hearing footsteps a skill? A lot of people have the inclination to believe that hearing footsteps is really easy. You just hear footsteps, you are automatically ready to win that gunfight, and footsteps somehow suddenly make you a beast at the game. This could not be further from the truth. And to make my point, I'm going to ask this: is using the minimap a skill? Personally, I think the answer is yes. First of all, you have to pay attention to the minimap. I know players who don't even pay attention to the minimap. When it gives useful information, they don't use it and they die because of it. Second of all, it's not just looking at the minimap, it's knowing when to look at it and being able to read it really quickly and make decisions based off of what's happening in game and what you see on the minimap. Also with your map knowledge as well. Being able to see a red dot, which way the red dot is moving. Is it moving even? What floor is it on? Is it above you? Is it below you? Is he moving away from you, moving towards you? Does he know where you're at? Where could he go? Where are the routes in between you and him? All of this stuff is that minimap knowledge. All of that stuff is what you're doing when you're looking at that minimap and when you start to aggressively push towards that red dot. In that same line of thinking, being able to simply hear footsteps does not guarantee you the win. You have to think about where the footsteps are even at in the first place. Is it close to you? Are they outside of you? Are they in the same building? If they are in the same building, are they on maybe the second story of the building? You have to know the surfaces of the stuff around you. Is it concrete? Is it grass? Is it wood? Where is this guy going? Is he going away from you? Is he coming towards you? Or is it multiple people? Is it more than one person? Maybe it's just two people. Maybe it's three people. Maybe it's one guy running and one guy waiting there for you. Is he going away from you, coming towards you? There is so much information that you have to process that footsteps is just the beginning. Just hearing footsteps is just the beginning. Not to mention, much like how you can ignore the minimap/UAV, you can actually ignore footsteps. You have the ability to get distracted. You can hear weapons fire. You can hear explosions going off. You can hear the announcer going off. It takes a skill. You're not going to be able to plug in your headphones and just listen to the game and automatically tell, hey, that's a footstep of a guy coming near me. It took me a long time, a couple hours of game time even, to be able to discern what was a footstep and what was not. It sounds stupid, but it's a perception that you have to learn, and it's different in every game. The footsteps in this game are different than how they were in Ghost, Modern Warfare 3, and Infinite Warfare. It's a completely different sound you have to listen to. And then you get into the situation of, well, hey, there's a guy running at me that I'm sure is an enemy, and you also hear a guy behind you running at me. So how are you going to deal with that situation is interesting. Yes, footsteps are insanely useful, but they are insanely useful much like the minimap and the UAV. The complaints I hear about footsteps, of them being too easy. The minimap is easy. It's right there. It's easy to read. Footsteps aren't realistic. You would be too distracted to hear enemy footsteps. There would be too much gunfire going off. Well, think about the realism of a minimap. There was no way in World War II they had a minimap, a real-time minimap with little red dots of the enemy positions of exactly where they were. It just doesn't make sense. In a previous video, I discussed why footsteps are a rusher's best weapon, so I won't touch on it there, but I did want to mention it here, and I will link that video in the little eye in the corner if you're curious about what I have to say about that argument. But again, I will say that if a camper uses footsteps to know when enemies are coming, he can just as easily use a UAV or his minimap to know when an enemy is coming. Call of Duty is about positioning and awareness. The UAV and footsteps are both very effective ways of learning where the enemy is positioned and being aware of your surroundings. That is why both of these things are so powerful. If you think footsteps are overpowered, if you think only campers use footsteps, if you think that footsteps are unrealistic, then you, by the same stroke, you must not like the minimap either, because all of those arguments suit perfectly with that logic with the minimap as well. I don't think we should get rid of the minimap. I think the minimap is fine. I like the minimap. It's a useful tool in my arsenal of dealing with enemies in Call of Duty, just as much as footsteps are. I'm super happy footsteps are back this year, and hopefully I was able to articulate why I like them so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. And until the next absolutely beautiful Call of Duty morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.